Hello, friend. How are you? I hope you all are happy and enjoying. My dear student, we are in miscellaneous exercise of chapter 1. Today we will discuss question number 8, 10, 15, 16, 17 and 18, which are very important. Let us see the question number 8. I have write some point associate with question number 8. Non-empty set x. In question number 8, we have given a non-empty set x. Consider px. Px is the power set of a given set x. For subset A and B in px, means A and B are the element of px and which are the subset of x, right? A related with B only if A is a subset of B. This is a condition for being a subset. So we have to prove that is this relation is equivalent or not, right? Again I am saying to you, Px is the power set of a given set x. A and B are the subset of x, but A and B will be the element of power set. Power set of x. Element of power set of x means subsets of x, all subsets of x, which we have discussed already. Okay, now in equivalence relation, reflexive, symmetric, transitive I will prove reflexive at first. Reflexive. Okay. You know that AA belong to R. Why? Since it satisfies the condition. The condition is since A is a subset of A. As we know that every set is a subset of itself. Okay, like as BB belong to R, BB belong to R since B is a subset of B. It is clear. So it clarifies that given relation is reflexive. Let us see symmetric. Symmetric. Okay. AB, let AB belong to R. Let AB belong to R. Why? Since A subset of B. But it is not essential that B will be the subset of A. Implies B is not subset of A. Implies B, comma A doesn't belong to R. Right? Let us see the transitive. Transitive. Okay. AB, let AB belong to R since A subset of B. We are assuming BC belong to R since B is subset of A. My dear friend, as we know that A is a subset of B, B is a subset of B means all element of A are in B and all element of B are in A implies B are in C, and from this first and second given condition we can inherit that A will be a subset of C. Implies A will be a subset of C, implies AC belong to R. Right? Since a given relation is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric, so it is not an equivalence relation. Not equivalent. Not equivalent. Right? Okay. Dear student, now come to the question number 15. We have set A having element minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and set B having element minus 4, minus 2, 0, 2. And function f and g are defined from A to B. It means domain is A and codomain is B. Function f is defined by fx equal to x square minus x, right? For x belong to a. And function g equal to twice of the mod of x minus 1 by 2 minus 1. Are f and g equal? Are f and g equal means we have to check that their equality. You have to justify it for the same domain minus 1, 0, 1 and 2, right? For function f, okay, f minus 1 equal to minus 1 square minus 1. 1 plus 1 equal to 2. f0 equal to 0 square minus 0 equal to 0. And f1 equal to 1 square minus 1 equal to 0. And f2 equal to 2 square minus 2 equal to 4 minus 2 equal to 2, right? For g function, okay, for g function, g minus 1 equal to twice of minus 1 by 2 minus 1, right? Equal to twice of minus 1 minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 by 2 minus 1, cancel, minus mod of minus 3 is 3 minus 1 equal to 2. G minus 1 equal to 2 and f minus 1 is also 2. Now g 0. G0 means twice of 0 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 and minus mod of minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 equal to 1 minus 1 equal to 0. G0 means 0. Now G1 equal to twice of 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1. Twice of 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2 minus 1, cancel, result is Z1 equal to 0. Here also F1 equal to 0. You can compare. Now G2 equal, you will put 2 here, twice of 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 1, for 2 2s of 4, 4 minus 1, 3, 2 into 3 by 2 minus 1, cancel, and G2 equal to 2. So my dear student, what you are observing, F0, you know that F minus 1 equal to 2, G minus 1 equal to also 2, and F0 equal to 0, and G0 equal to 0, F1 equal to 0, and G1 equal to 0, F2 equal to 2, and G2 equal to 2. It clarified that F and G are equal. Hence, F and G are equal, right? Now question number 6, we have set A having the element 1, 2, 3, means set of first 3 natural number. Number of relation, we have to find out the number of relation containing 1, 2 and 1, 3 which are reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. We have to find out such example, it means which having 1, 2 and 1, 3 which are reflexive, Rn and RNS, R for reflexive, S for symmetric but not transitive. So my dear student, because it is essential that 1, 2 and 1, 3 are the member of a required relation. So you can observe that this pair having, order pair having 1 and 2, 1 and 3. So different types of numbers are 1, 2, 3. So it is essential to write 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay. Also, we have to find out the relation on A, so it must be 1 1 2 2 3 3 in a required relation. Okay, you can write like that: 1 1 2 2 3 3. Right? Okay. Reflexive and symmetric, and 1 2 1 3. Right? Since it is symmetric as well as, so if here is 1 2, so it is essential to write 2 1. If 1 3, so you can write 3 1. Right? Now check that whether it is transitive or not. Okay. Since 2 2 2 1 and 2 1, it is transitive for this. 1 2 2 1 1 1, transitive for this. 3 3 3 2 and 3 3 3 1 and 3 1, transitive for this. You can check for any other. 2 2 2 2, not for this. 3 3 1 1 2 2 1 1 3 1 3 and 2 1 1 3. Yes, you can see for this 2 1 1 3 and 2 3 is not present here. You can write since 2 1 belong to R and 1 3 belong to R, means AB belong to R, BC belong to R, implies AC. AC means 2 3. 2 3 doesn't belong to R. So this is the example of a relation which is reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. Only one number of relations, only one such relation exists. Right? Okay. Now question number 17. Let A is a set of first three natural number, then number of equivalence relation containing 1, 2. Right? Because we want to find the relation, equivalence relation on a given set having element 1, 2, 3. Therefore, the first equivalence relation R1 may be written as 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Right? If I will write 1, 2, because it is compulsory to write 1, 2 as per the question. So, you must write 2, 1. Right? So, it is equivalence relation. If AB 1, 1, BC 1, 2, AC 1, 2 belong to R, AB 2, 2, BC 2, 1, AC 2, 1, AB 2, 2, BC 2, 1, AC 2, 1 belong to R, and this is an smallest equivalence relation. Now, second one, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1. Now the study about how many elements I have left. I have left 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3. I have left these three elements. I think 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1 also. 3, 1. These four elements are not present here. If I will add any one, let us know I am adding 2, 3. So it is essential to write 3, 2 for making it symmetric. Right? Check whether is it transitive or not. Now, if you write, if AB belong to R, AB 1, 2 belong to R, BC 2, 3 belong to R, then AC13 doesn't belong to R. So you need to write 13 also, right? Okay. If you are writing 13, it is essential to write 31. If you write 32, it's essential to write 23. Now it is an universal relation. It is a universal relation, that is the biggest relation, biggest equivalence relation. So my dear student, I hope you are understanding this. So there are only two equivalence relation exist containing the element 1, comma 2. So answer will be only two equivalence relation, right? Okay. My dear student, now we will solve question number 18. Fx equal to a signum function. The value of the function fx is 1 when x greater than 0. The value of the function is 0 when x equal to 0. And value of the function minus 1 when x equal to less than 0. G is a function defined from real number to real number. Gx equal to a greater integer function, right? Does fog and cough coincide in this interval 0 to 1? Close in 1 and open in 0, right? Let us see. My dear friend, as you know that G1 equal to 1, it will be 1. Since greater integer function will give the absolute value for absolute domain. Okay. G0 equal to 0 equal to 0, right? Okay. Now come to the point. F of G, fog, equal to F of G x, F of Gx. Okay. F of Gx for x belong to 0 to 1. X belong to 0 to 1. F of Gx equal to, for this interval, the Gx will give the smallest value of the interval, which is 0. F0 equal to, since F0 equal to 0, so for this interval will be 0. Now let us see GOF. GOF. Okay. GOF means G of fx. G of fx. Right? This one. Okay. X. If x for x greater than 0, you know that fx equal to 1 and g1 equal to 1, right? Means for this interval, for x greater than 0 means 0 to 1, x greater than 0, the GOF is 1 and fog is 0, right? The question is, does fog and GOF coincide in this interval, right? X greater than 0 means the same you can write greater than 0, or you can write x belong to 0 to 1, right? The value will be 1 only. The g1 for absolute value, greater integer function will gives absolute value 1. Here GOF and fog are not defined, hence since fog not equal to GOF for x belong to 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Therefore, it is not coincide. Not coincide. Right? So thank you very much, my dear student. I hope you will try to understand these all questions. Please watch this video and try to understand all concept of this video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead.